Today is February 3rd, 2023. 12:04 a.m. So I missed quite a few days. Let me see, it's been 25th, 6th. I missed like 10 days before I did another one of these. And it's because I was on a bad streak. And on top of that, I got sick. But I am very grateful I got this sickness because I learned a lot. I learned that I have a lot of energy. I'm not fully recovered yet, and I'll be fully recovered tomorrow, but when I got like a slight sense of like energy back again, I wanted to do nothing but expend it. I wanted to get out there and like move my body, do some cardio, go like punch my punching bag, do something like strenuous, very intense exercise. And it goes to show that I was taking it for granted. I had all this energy, but I wanted to just lay down and do nothing. But now that I was forced to do nothing and lay down, I wanted to do nothing but go out there and like conquer the world with my able and willing body. I had like when I woke up this morning and I felt like, oh, I'm getting better. I was so happy. I just wanted to get out there and, damn, man, do everything I couldn't have done. And that's why I want to make this video, so when I watch it again, I realize, like, once I'm healthy again, I can realize that, wow, being healthy 100% is not just like a commodity, a luxury. It's a necessity. It's a gift. It's a huge gift. So every time I feel lazy again, like, I'm gonna be like, remember when I was sick and I couldn't do anything? Yeah, but that'll be for like in the future. But I could tell, like, if I wanted to get out there and do everything I couldn't do, I know I'm gonna have that same momentum like tomorrow once I'm healthy and fully recovered. That's one thing that I learned. That's one thing that's been happening. And another like big shift, big moment that happened to me was, I know what it takes to be a man now. I know how to be a man now. I guess I always knew how to be a man, but I didn't want to. And that happened because I was on TikTok, and there was a content creator that said, unpopular opinion, don't listen to music all the time. And that made me like mad, emotional, because I listen to music all the time. And so gave a perfect explanation. Actually, I don't remember what she said, but I just know that she said, don't listen to music at all. And then it took her a long time to like explain, like, and she didn't get to the point. I had to read the comments to like see what she said, because it was taking forever. But after that, I don't know how long, 2 days later, a few days later, which was yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't remember now. But there was another guy, a YouTube, on my feed, the very first one, and it showed Spotify or music, the muse something, I don't know what he said, but it's by Elisha Long. Something, he also said the same thing about not listening to music all the time. And I read the comments, and the comments were saying that all depressed people that they've met all love to listen to music. And I started reading more, and like, they listen to music, sad music all the time to keep them sad. And I started to agree, like, yeah, that's true. I sometimes listen to music to keep myself, like, in a down mood. Or, on the flip side, use it to bring my mood back up. But mostly, there was one comment. I'm gonna have to look for it again, but that said, and I always used to get this wrong, but it said, emotional men are weak. And I always used to think, but, like, suppressing your emotions is not good. So I always assumed, like, oh, whenever he said something like, don't get in touch with your emotions, or if you show emotion, you're weak, or you're not a man. If you're, like, emotional, then you're not a real man, I guess. But then that brings me back to, like, when I used to suppress everything. Just to be masculine, I used to suppress everything. And then on the other side, I started going the other way. And I actually started showing emotion again, like, but then I found that little in between. So basically the in between that I finally found, and that I've been putting into practice because it's been working wonders for me, is the comment said, when we say men shouldn't show emotion, that doesn't mean you gotta suppress it. Like, don't drink alcohol, do your drugs, or be on your phone all day, or play video games to, like, not think about it. It's mostly like feeling it, and instead of going along with it, if you're feeling sad, like, instead of, like, and then, like, feeling sad, like, instead of just, like, feeling it, but don't let it overtake you, and, like, don't go along with it. And that'll give you the chance to, like, get in touch with, like, that higher part of you, or that part of you that's feeling it. Like, stay in touch with your higher self, your higher part of you, and try to understand why that emotion is there in the first place. So basically, how is it that one day I feel like I can take over the world, like, super confident, like nothing can stop me, and then another day I'm full of doubt, I'm insecure. Like, where did that come from? Wasn't I just, like, overly confident? Like, I knew what I was doing, and, like, nothing could stop me, and then bam, all of a sudden I'm having these feelings of insecurity and, like, low self-esteem. See, because I realize that, that's not me. Where is that coming from? And that's what that means is stay in touch, like, realize that, let them pass, stay in touch with your higher self, the highest version of you, and try and get in touch with that, and then start realizing, like, where did that come from? Like, why is it even there in the first place? And try to resolve it from whatever's going on within. So that's one reason emotional men are weak. Because if you feel like a little bit like, oh, I feel like quitting, and then you quit, that's emotionally weak man. But, like, a real man, like, would be tempted to quit. You feel these feelings of quitting, but you never actually do quit. Never. You keep going. And also, if you're going to be a man and be the head of the household, or bring order into chaos, like everybody's freaking out. But yeah, let's say something bad happens. There's a big hurricane, a massive hurricane, and, like, everything's flooded. If you're an emotional man and everybody's freaking out around you, like, freaking out, like, what are we gonna do? What's happening? Are we gonna die? Is that gonna be you too? Are you gonna be, like, freaking out, scared, like, losing your mind, overwhelmed with stress? Or are you gonna feel it inside, like, you know it's there, but you're not gonna let it overtake you. So that's another thing. If you become overwhelmed, you may as well like join the women and children and let the real men that don't like let it overtake them, they don't freak out and like start panicking, and that are still thinking logically and like, okay, so this shit's happening, how do we fix it, how do we bring order into this chaos? So women and children over there, grab all the food supplies, all the water you can find, all the men over here will build a wall. And you know what I'm trying to say. Instead of freaking out, be the captain of like setting orders by being a man, is what I'm trying to say. That's why you shouldn't show emotion, because, or yeah, I mean, and when I say show emotion, is I don't mean suppress them. I mean like feel it, but don't like sink into them and like let it come out. Okay, so that's another thing that I found. That's happened to me this past 10 days. Oh yeah, I was gonna make another video after, but me singing on the karaoke. Dude, I gotta start doing it with my mouth. That's how I think, huh? Anyway. Yeah. I gotta start making it a habit here, because if it's a habit here, it'll be a habit in real life too. So stop. Anyway. The reason I'm breathing with my mouth is because my nose is clogged. Another thing that's happened, or that I learned, is, oh yeah, I tried to make a song of me singing, but it got copyright claimed, so I gotta find another version that's karaoke, but doesn't sound the same. So yeah, no, I didn't upload. So another thing that I learned is that I was stuck. I saw it on a social media website, and it completely gave me like a paradigm shift, like whoosh, and it showed me that I was stuck in 19-year-old thinking. Like, you know, when you leave high school and you're 19 years old, all that programming that from school still remains. And I'll read it to you. I was stuck in this 19-year-old high school, 19-year-old thinking. And once I read this, I really could see where I was stuck and repeating like childlike behaviors. But mostly, it looks like this. So it's a meme. The 19-year-old thinker. I zoomed in a bit, but it says has created entire anthologies of imaginary events, completely unaware of surroundings except when driving. Yeah, exactly. I have my headphones in. Now I'm gone. Inner monologue has become his entire reality. Yeah. Has no interest in any career, just wants to think. Yeah, cool. Things are always better in my head. That's not me. Has had multiple imaginary girlfriends. Yeah. Imagines what it's like to start life over with everything he's learned. Oh yeah. I sometimes imagine that. Can't understand new things. Gets caught in analysis paralysis. Just thinks about what he already knows. Exactly. That's the major one. Can't listen to music without pretending he's the artist. Imagines success to cope instead of actually achieving it. Barely reads, just thinks. Hedgehog dilemma? I don't know about that. But those two of them struck a chord with me. So one, imagine success to cope instead of actually achieving it. Yeah, I usually just imagine success. Look. But to me, that's a step up because I used to always imagine failure. So me actually thinking about imagining success is actually a huge step up. It's a different story I'm telling myself. Instead of me falling short, I actually imagine myself overcoming and achieving success. And the one that even more was can't understand new things, gets caught in analysis paralysis, just thinks about things he already knows. I'm a big culprit when it comes to that. When I say when I say that when I think and I only talk about what I already know, I always had a fear of I want to share my knowledge because once I do, what's left of me, I have nothing left to offer. But so yeah, that and for whatever reason I just stopped learning, I guess. I don't know, I just stopped learning and there's a lot of energy on my phone. And to me, today I made it a goal to learn at least one new thing. And I watched informational videos, a lot of knowledgeable videos. And I learned about 40 different things today. About 22 different things. 29. 32 different things today. 31, 32 things, different things today. And I feel amazing. It's such a joy to actually learn new things. And to think that all my inner dialogue, all I ever was thinking and talking to myself about was things I already had learned about. It really made me feel stuck. I usually thought that I felt stuck because I didn't see any changes in my outside world. But mostly I felt stuck because I was just entertaining the same old knowledge in my head over and over again every day. But now that I actually read my book, I always told myself I'm gonna read, and I realized, and I read my book. I watched educational videos. I shared some wisdom with my brother, and then he shared some back with me. I feel good. I feel like I'm advancing, even though literally I didn't go anywhere. I was sick all day, but I learned so much. And I told myself, learn at least one new thing, and this made me get the ball rolling. Now I want to do all the things I always wanted to do, learn certain phrases from other languages, play the guitar. I feel actually excited about the guitar. I used to think oh man, that's gonna take forever. Now I feel you know what? I'm gonna put my brain to the test. Whenever you're learning a new instrument, things start getting rewired in your brain, 100%. You start making new connections when learning a new instrument. learning a new language does that thing, and they all bring you back into the present moment. Yeah. And I always used to do things because I was afraid of the future. Like, oh, I used to be so worried, and like, and I used to literally run away. I went to the mountains. I went for a run. I did everything, but so I could stop worrying about the future. But yeah, and meditation. Oh, yeah, and meditation is not the only way to be in the present moment. But learning something new, it brings you back into the present moment. Like I felt like I had so much time today. So speaking of meditation, I meditated again, and I still got it. I used to meditate all the time, day and night, and in between. I would look forward to it. It would be like, I'm gonna master this. But then I stopped, and I started doing it again, and it was hard. But then I went into the mindset that, you know what? Nah, it couldn't have gone away because I was really good at it. And then, yeah, I started meditating with that mindset that I was already really good at it. And I was able to, like, actually meditate, quiet my mind. And, actually visualizing. Like, not visualize. I got mental images. And I guess I'll share it with you. I was on a cliff. I guess I was meditating. And you know those voices that pass by, the thoughts that pass by? They all came and took their turn. So I was meditating. And then this person with the floating rock, which was also me, but on the floating rock, they right in front of me. They were expressing their frustration. Like, I wish I could remember, but since I had to, like, let it go, I can't remember what it was, but I was frustrated. That voice was frustrated. Like, I don't remember what it was, but they were frustrated. And I felt it. And then once it was done, I was like, thank you. You may go now. And then on the rock, like, and then up next, another guy, another person, another voice, another thought. And then, okay, you may go now. And then finally, the one that I remembered most is the Dragon King. It was the dragon. And he told me, don't banish your ego. Don't banish your ego. Like, I banish my ego too much. I show too much mercy. Like, I feel like, anyway. But don't banish your ego. You can actually use your ego to, like, boost your self-esteem up by being arrogant, being cocky. You could use your ego to boost your self-esteem up. But once you start, like, comparing yourself, like, seeing yourself as superior and others as inferior, then turn it off. But for the most part, lift yourself up with your ego. And then, that's when I stopped. Around that time, I stopped meditating. But, But, it's crazy that I still got it. And I actually look forward to meditating more and more often. Because I don't see it as, like, something like, oh, I lost my capabilities. It's going to be hard to get them back. I see it as, like, I just needed to quiet my thoughts down, those voices down. And realize, like, I've done this before. It's no biggie. And the difference why I know why I'll be able to maintain meditation and not let go of it again, is because my nails. I need to cut my nails. Is because I used to meditate to master meditation, trying trying to be the best at meditation. I'm trying to get better at meditation overall. But now, shit. Oh, but now, my mind is elsewhere. But now, fuck. Oh, but now I know. But now I want to meditate to master myself. I know it sounds corny, but now I want to use meditation to like rise above the doubts, rise above like the self-limiting beliefs, to rise above anything that I'm feeling that I know is usually not me when I'm at my best, because I know who I am at my best. So when I feel like anxious or worried or something, I want to like meditate, like, where does this come from? Why are you here? And then feel it, and then, okay, you may go now. Whoosh. There was another thing I wanted to share. No, if I can't think of anything, it'll have to be it for today. I guess one last thing would be when I make these like diary entries, I realize why it almost felt like a chore to do these. And it's because instead of talking about interesting things I did, I was just talking about things that happened. But I'm gonna change it up. Instead of talking about things that happened, I'm gonna start talking about things that I've made happen. So yeah. Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. Damn, I think I can't remember. I know there was something here, but like I didn't want to digress, so I stayed on the point because I thought I'll just remember, but I guess I forgot. Okay, so in conclusion, maybe I remember if I do this. So summary, what did we talk about today? Oh, right now in this video, what did I talk about in this video? I've been sick, 10 days, basically 10 days. So that, bam, the 19-year-old thinking, visualizing, coping with by imagining success instead of achieving it. Thinking about things that he already knows, talking about things he already knows instead of learning more. I talked about my meditation. And yeah, I guess this will have to be. And next time I won't be afraid to digress from the point if I'm sleepy. If 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 I gotta go to sleep. If something pops into my mind, I'll go over there and then come back to the point. Because what I did was stay at the point. Oh, nope, over here. But next time it's gonna be who? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's come back. Oh, yeah, yeah. And I just remembered what it was. So when I said meditation, there was this one person that wanted to get better at meditation. But for some reason I was too afraid to like say, you know what? Hey, I can help you. I'm very good at meditating. Matter of fact, I just meditated before I came here. It was at a certain type. It was a certain group. It was a small group for trying to get better at life. And yeah, and I didn't help him. So when I said meditation, that thought of him like saying meditation came into my head. I'm not saying it. I'm not showing emotion or not letting these emotions overtake me. I'm not an emotional man. Anyway, alright, till next time. I probably won't upload this video immediately, maybe tomorrow, because writing the description and the title takes quite a bit of time. So, I read it. Bye-bye. Where's the